Hey, what's up everybody at the Pokemoshpitbeta? My name is HydreigonMaster635 and I'm back for my 4th upload here to this channel. So, today got a Black and White 2 OU Clear Skies game against NexesOtaku. So, looking at his team, he has a very bulky, pseudo-offensive team with Keldeo and Haxorus being his main offensive Pokemon, while I have a pretty much offensive team with really Heatran as my only real solid wall. So I'd like to point out that I'm including a lot of new graphics into my uploads for better quality. So if you guys would let me know what you think of those, like in the battle and the team preview, it'd be much appreciated. So I'm going to lead things off with Choice Banded Staraptor Rainbow Dash, and I tell you what, this little girl does some work. So I'm going to go for the U-turn right on turn 1. If he decides to switch out, it gives me switch initiative. If he decides to stay in, it's going to do a lot of damage. So I'm going to switch on out of here with the U-turn while he brings in his Glysaur. Pretty good for me, like I said, get switch initiative, and he's going to get his Toxic Orb activated. But I can go into SR71, my awesome Black Latios, and I knew as soon as I saw he had a Heatran, I'm going to need some versatility with this guy. So I'm going to go for a Trick, because I am a Choice Specs Latios. So in comes the Heatran, and I thought I was crippling one of his main walls, which is pretty good, because usually when you see Heatran, it's a specially defensive set, but he told me after the matches this thing was a modest offensive set, which was pretty cool, because I just gave him choice specs, and I was kind of scared here when I saw a hidden power, and it turns out to be actually grass. So kind of unfortunate on his part, but you know what, shit happens. So he's going to switch on out of here. I thought maybe he'd want to just sack it, knowing he can't really do anything to this Latios, so gonna go for the Surf. In comes his Magic Mushroom, this freaking Amoonguss, and takes that like nothing. So yeah, regenerate Amoonguss, pretty big problem, because now I have to pick something to go to sleep with the Spore. And really the best thing I got is my Shofu, which is my Conkeldurr, and unfortunately did not bring my one with Sleep Talk. I thought about it because I know Nexus, he likes to use Amoonguss, and it's really annoying, but you know what, whatever. I did actually bring my Flame Orb with 4 attacks set, so he's going to go into his Deoxys defense, and my Shofu just still snoozing away. He's going to go for a Trick, which is, this ain't that bad, because he's going to give me a choice specs, he's going to give himself some versatility, but he gets the Flame Orb, and he gets a little bit of residual damage on him along the way, so that's pretty cool. So he's going to go for the Psycho Boost on the following turn, and no questions asked Oko, my Conkeldurr, and that kind of sucks. But you know what? Shit happens, and sacrifices are needed to win. So Shofu goes down, but like I said, he is burned. He's going to get a lot of residual damage. So I'm going to go in a Rainbow Dash, and I'm going to go for the Choice Banded U-turn, and look how much this does. My god, that actually almost takes it out from that range, which is very impressive. So I know it's not a defensive build, but it is a very bulky Pokemon, and I was kind of surprised by that. So I'm going to go into Black Zero, and he pulls a pretty cool play here. He goes for the Trick and gives my Landorus a Flame Orb. Now this is a pretty defensive set. It's max HP, max special defense, with Bulk Up, Earthquake, U-turn, and Stealth Rocks. But whatever offensive prowess this thing had once is completely gone now, because I am burned. So I'm going to switch on out of here. He does turn out to outspeed me because I'm running no speed investment whatsoever, and get his Recover off. But it's okay, because I can go into Rainbow Dash, and I can like put him in a pretty interesting situation. Either he's going to have to stay in and die to a U-turn, or switch out and give me switch initiative. So he's going to decide to switch on out of here, keep his Deoxys defense, and go into Obsidian, his Glysaur, to take the U-turn very well, like a Glysaur would. So, like I said, this does, again, give me switch initiative, so that's pretty good. I can go into SR71, and I can fire off a Draco Meteor or a Surf, whatever I want to do, and something's going to take a massive hit. So, he's going to actually decide to stay in here while I go for the Draco Meteor. He thought he could maybe possibly live it, but it is a Latios. It is very powerful, even though I don't have my specs anymore, and I am running Timid. It's easily going to be able to Oko that thing, no questions asked. So Now right here he's going to bring in his Lava Lake. Even though I'm at -2 special attack, I know I can still take this thing out with a Surf, which I'm going to go for, but he baits that very well, goes into his Haxorus. Now I'm going to go for the Surf, and this really isn't that bad for me because, like I said, I still am at -2. I could still do a lot. Probably won't take out the Haxorus, but I can probably still do a lot before he takes me out with an Outrage or a Dragon Claw. So, I see he has leftovers, so I know I'm faster. I'm going to go for the Draco Meteor while he baits it and goes into his Heatran. So, now right here, I can't stay in at -4. He might keep juggling back and forth between this and the Haxorus, so I'm going to switch on out of here. I look at my team and see probably the most expendable thing is my Landorus Therian form. It's burnt. Stealth Rocks ain't going to be too much help in this matchup, and I just really don't need it all too much. So, surprisingly, I live the Choice Specs Modest Heatran's Fire Blast. My god, that was very impressive. So, in hindsight, this would have been an excellent opportunity to set up Stealth Rocks, but I decided just to go for the Earthquake. Like I said before, though, Stealth Rocks really wouldn't be doing too much in this matchup. I don't even think he brought anything weak to them, so I die off to my own Flame Orb, and that's okay because I can go and get a free switch into Rainbow Dash, Choice Bandit Reckless Staraptor. Anytime you get a free switch into this thing, it's going to do a massive dent, if not kill something that wants to either stay in or switch into this thing. So he's going to bring in his Amoonguss, and he told me that this thing was max HP, max defense. He thought I could live it, and I score a critical hit, which, as you see here on the graphic, did not matter. Freaking 139 to 164% without the crit. Guaranteed Oko. Choice Banded Reckless Staraptor does not play any games. So he's going to go into his Keldeo, obviously outspeed me, and take me out with a Hydro Pump. So no real big problems there. Choice Banded Staraptor has pretty much done its job. So going to SR71, I can take the Hydro Pump pretty well and just fire off a Surf, predicting the switch out. So he goes actually into his Deoxys defense, and if you're kind of like saying, well, that U-turn really didn't matter too much, it actually takes a Surf from a Latios. That is, wow. So, but because I did get the Flame Orb on him and burn him, he's going to die to the burn. So, in comes Keldeo, and he's gonna go for Icy Wind. Now, because Latios actually has pretty good natural special defense, and Icy Wind being a very weak attack, I will be actually able to take 2 of these. I thought maybe he would want to switch out into his Heatran, sack it to the Draco Meteor, and then I would be at -2. But he decides to stay in here, go for 2 Icy Winds, and bring me down to 45 HP. At this point, I'm just like, forget it. I'm just gonna go for the Draco Meteor. I pretty much have my Keldeo at full health. This is game, but he actually lives. He actually lives the Draco Meteor from Latios because Keldeo is just that awesome. So, you're going to go for the Icy Wind and take me down. But like I said, I do have my own Choice Scarfed Keldeo. He told me after that this thing was modest, so no questions asked here. I will be able to take this game from the normal form Keldeo just because resolution form is better. So, I'm going to go for the Secret Sword and take out the Heatran. And then all he has left is his modest Choice Scarfed Keldeo, which I will easily be able to outspeed because I am timid. And that will be the game. So, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of the graphics I have implemented. Make sure that you also check out all these guys here on this picture right here because they helped me putting all this together. Zaus54 for most of my images, Lala19357 for the background music, and sprites.pokecheck.org where I get all my animated sprites. Make sure you sub to the Pokemoshpit if you are not already. Come check me out if you want to. Also go check out NexesOtaku because he is an excellent battler, makes excellent videos, and he also is a pretty common uploader here to beta. So, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, sub. Deuces.